Hello and welcome back with me, Admiral. Joining me back on Star Trek Fleet Command. So we're going to be talking about the the massive. I'm a bit late to the party with this one, but we're going to be talking about the massive SMS mess up. I would say they have rectified it a little bit by saying it's a heroic sort of event, but this event is incredibly difficult. I don't really know that many people that are going to be able to. Well, it depends how much, obviously, you have, and depends how cost of your buildings and stuff. But this is a lot of power steel you need to spend on your base. The rewards themselves they're not amazing. You get a fair amount of dill, I guess, for level 39. Bearing in mind I am level 39 now. So you do get a fair amount of that, and then you get assignment tokens, which are going to be used or coming up. Going to be used coming up. So you do get a fair amount of dill, but that's a lot of power steel you got to spend to be able to get that amount. And I quite frankly don't think it's worth it. It depends what you can do with these assignment tokens, but we'll see. But yeah, please let me know down below what your thoughts are on this event. I thought this event was a little bit, I know they spoke about it, and I know they said they're going to rectify it and make it more obvious in the future. But yeah, what an absolute mess up this was. It turned out to be. And then you got this one as well, which obviously can get you more. And then this is just to do with spending power steel so far. Let's see where we're at with some people. I mean, some people have spent, like this top guy spent 42 billion so far. So yeah, you can see people have clearly got the power steel somehow to be able to spend it. I mean, one person in my alliance has even spent 15.6 himself. So yeah, it's quite a lot. But to be honest, I'm sort of don't know where they've spent it on their base. Obviously they must be of a higher level. I mean, I'm level 39 now, so I thought we were in the same bracket, but if they are in the same bracket as me, I don't know how they've spent that much on their base, because that's a hell of a lot. But yeah, going to other events, we've only got 5 minutes of the event until it ticks over anyway. But Crucible Award, the usual Crucible Award event is taking place. Go and hit as many hostiles as possible. What I recommend for this event is go and do your dailies. Once you've done your dailies, finish your dailies, as all that will contribute to this. And then whatever you then need, go and hit the highest levels you can hit, obviously, and be able to sustain them. And that'll get you through this event pretty quickly overall. So yeah, that's what I recommend doing for this. In terms of the actual event itself, or the store itself, my suggestions are going to go for the Armada pack, which is 16,000. Definitely try and get at least one of them. And then use your credits, whatever they are. Use them on whichever resource that you require the most. Don't get the speed ups, not worth it. So just use it on whichever reward pack, crystal, power steel, or crystal ore or gas. Whichever one you need the most, go for them ones, in my opinion. And you should be perfectly fine. In terms of the rule of acquisition, I haven't even done this at all. I quite frankly find it incredibly boring, and I never complete probably past level 2 in it. My level 2 being, well, probably get to about 1.5 million, and then I never get to the 3 million. So I normally get there, but I just haven't sent anything out at the moment, just because I haven't had the time to obviously go in the game and send ships out and stuff and sort stuff out. Haven't had a chance to do that, unfortunately, I guess. And then obviously you got the normal events. So I wonder what the next event's going to be. Rule of acquisition, I can't think of what comes after that normally. But yeah, Crucible Award will be the same. And please let me know in the comments down below what you think of the Upgrade the Station Heroic SMS or SLB. Please let me know what you think of these two events, as, you know, I feel like they thought this is a good idea to get people to obviously use the power steel and try and drain people's power steel as much as possible, since they gave a lot away over the last month or so. Obviously in events and all the other things, they've gave quite a lot of power steel away, and I agree, they have gave a lot away. I mean, at one point this month I had about 4 billion. I've obviously used it in base upgrades. Obviously in hindsight I wish I had waited, but I didn't know this event was obviously coming. But yeah, so I've used probably in the region of about 3 to 4 billion in this last month alone. So yeah, they've definitely gave out too much power steel this month, and this event is clearly there to drain everyone's par steel back to what they deem as necessary, in terms of they deem it as you need to grind for your materials, which I think is a completely bogus, I'm not going to say the swear word, but I'm going to say a bogus strategy. If you're going to give people resources, let them at least just use them resources. Don't then try and take it off them. You know, if the people need to save resources for certain things, then don't try and take it off them by saying you need to spend 50 billion of this just to get, you know, the whatever the top reward is, which quite frankly the top reward is not really worth. I wouldn't say it's really worth that amount. Maybe if it was like 100 gas and maybe 50 rares and probably like 20 dill, I would say yeah, it probably is worth it at that point, depending on what the assignment tokens give you as well. But I would say at that point it probably is worth it. But yeah, at the current rate it's definitely not worth it there. So because they could have rounded that up to another 50 there, and then another 20 is fine, I guess. 25 would have been better, and then that one would have been at least 20 or something. But yeah, they obviously they haven't done that. In terms of the event, we got these two, which I'm not entirely sure why these are still there, because we haven't got an event for them. So I feel like they've just left them in for no reason, I guess, just in case people missed out on them. I would only presume. But yeah, pick them up in the next minute. Well, you can't because by the time the video goes live, you won't be able to get them. But yeah, we might get to see what the next event is in the next minute. So we'll probably just stick around for the next minute just to see what pops up and what doesn't pop up. They had a few heroic office events as well, but we won't really talk about that because there's no sort of point. We did manage to get some of the officers as well. We got Badgie. Obviously, everyone should have got Badgie. I have been using him to try him out on the lower decks with his abilities. It doesn't seem to really do much, if I'm honest. I will do a bespoke video on it though, but at the moment it doesn't really seem to do much. And we're sort of going to talk about other officers. Within that video, we'll talk about other officers that I think could have lower deck abilities instead of having captain abilities. And we're going to go through basically a group at a time and just talk about the different officers that definitely could have take their captain's ability off them and give them a lower deck ability instead, which I think they would do much better in them roles, and they would probably get used a hell of a lot more in terms of the officers, as they need to change that anyway. But yeah, let's see how long we got. So we should be flicking over now and we'll see what we can do. So here we go. So we've got the next event with Crucible Award. As I said, go do this milestone, just do your dailies and you should be perfectly fine with that. And then that is all we've got for today. But other than that, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye bye for now.